Hey, what's up, guys? This is Coach Tex Rimbert, DFW Penguin Basketball, Penguinhoops.com. Guys, before we get started today, I want you guys to like, comment, and share this video with anyone that you feel can get anything from this video, whether it be a family member, a friend, a coworker that has a child that plays youth sports. Most of the stuff that I am doing on these videos is for my parents and my program, but if you feel like you can share this with someone that you know that may be going through the same similar situation or is having a hard time with some of this stuff, guys, go ahead and share it with them. Okay, it does nothing but help my channel grow, and it helps other people out that may not know this stuff. Now, most of this stuff is common knowledge to most parents, but sometimes it's different when you hear it from another perspective. Um, I've been doing coaching. Well, I've been coaching youth sports for about 12 years. I'm extremely passionate about the sports psychology part of it because I think that's really big with helping kids grow, helping players grow, and reaching their goals. But guys, I'm gonna get into this, but if you know of anyone that this can help, go ahead and share it with them. But excuse me, today we're going to talk about why are these youth sports referees so bad? Some of these guys are just really, really bad. You go to a tournament, I don't care what sport it is, but especially basketball, because in basketball, referees can control the flow of a game, the way a game is played, and sometimes, and many times, it can control who wins or loses the game depending on who's refereeing the game. All right? Don't want to go too deep into that, but I want to talk about these 6 points that I have on why some of these referees are so bad. Okay? Now, number one, a lot of these referees, man, they're new, and they're just starting out. They're not really knowledgeable of the rules, knowledgeable of the game, knowledgeable of your son's sport. I don't know how many times I probably coached about 6,500 games in my 12 years. Okay, I have referees coming over and asking me what size ball should we play with. They come over and ask me what are the rules, what is the time, how much time should we put on the clock. All of this. Hey, how many fouls do the kids get? It was like, dude, you're supposed to know that. You're the referee. Why in the hell are you asking the coach? So now you're asking me anything else I tell you during the game, you should be able to listen. You call a foul on this guy on my team, you're wrong because you don't even know what size ball we should use. You know? Another thing is these guys don't have enough games under their belt to understand. If you have a referee that's used to coaching varsity basketball and he's trying to pick up a fourth grade basketball games, and he's trying for a new league, and he's trying to get some extra money in his pocket, and he's coaching fourth grade basketball games. His whole pace in his mind for the first 3 months that he coaches these games is going to be off because he's used to refereeing 11th and 12th graders, 17, 18-year-old kids. So he doesn't have the expertise to know what's going on. So that's part of it. That's number one. Number two, you guys have to recognize that and understand that these referees are not robots. Okay? They were not programmed to referee the game 100% correctly. They're regular people. They have their own things going on. They have good days and bad days, just like your son or daughter may go 0 for 20 in a basketball game. Your son or daughter may throw 4 interceptions in a football game. Your son or daughter may be the goalie and get scored on 8 times in a 7th grade soccer game. Okay? They just had a bad day. Some of these refs just have a bad day refereeing games. They could be really good. They just have a bad day at calling stuff. They blow their whistles late. They're not aware. They have other things on their mind, okay, in their life. They're not robots. They just have bad games. Okay, they have a bad day, and it is what it is. I have bad games as a coach sometimes. Man, I should have called a timeout with those 30 seconds left when it was a tie ball or before it was a tie ball so we can have a position to win the game. And I just totally lose it and I forget to call a timeout. Or I don't know how many timeouts I have left. I make the wrong substitutions. You know, I'm a really good coach, but I make mistakes. And some of these refs make mistakes. I have a bad day coaching. Some of these refs just have a bad day, and it's part of it. So that's number 2. Number 3, like I said, these referees are human. A lot of these referees, man, they have lives. They have children themselves. They have families. They have deaths in the family. They have divorces. They have wives. They have all kinds of stuff. They got fired from their main job. They're going through it in their main job, and they have things that alter them from coaching or not coaching, refereeing games as well as they could because it's personal reasons. Their mind is in another place. I have referees that coach games and they'll go off to the sideline during breaks and timeouts and get on their phone. Why? It's something more important going on in their life than reffing this 6th grade B-League basketball game. Okay? Maybe they just met the love interest of their life and they're excited about it. And they can't get their mind off this woman or this man that they met this past weekend. You know? And they're on their phone. They're thinking about it. Oh, she texts me. You know, I'm running up and down the court calling plays and I'm calling fouls. But I got my Apple Watch on and someone just texts me. You know? These people are human. They have personal stuff that's going on that may alter them or deter them from calling the game as well as they normally would. All right? So you got to understand that as a parent and as a coach. Number 4, listen, I'll tell you guys this. And like I said, I've coached about 6,500 youth basketball games myself. You know, some of these refs just do not like the coach that your kid plays for. Some of these refs that I have, they do not like me. Like, it's rare, but I have referees that just don't like me for some reason. They don't want to see me win. They don't want to see me do well. They don't know me personally, but maybe it's what I'm wearing. Maybe it's because I'm tall and they're short. Maybe it's because their son couldn't play for me back in the day. Maybe it's because I helped develop a kid, you know, and they know about it. They went to my Instagram and they saw I helped develop a kid, and he got really good, and he hit the game-winning shot against their son in the playoffs in their son's senior year of basketball. You know, and they attach that to that. It could be a number of things, but I have nothing to do with that. Like, it's nothing I can control. If someone just doesn't like you, they don't like you. You're at work, you got a coworker that just doesn't like you. You don't know why. You know, why does Bob from marketing not like me? I've never done anything to this guy. I've never said anything to him at all, but he gives me a hard time and sends me extra work every day. You know, some of these refs just don't like your coach. And there's nothing you can do about it. You know, maybe they had a previous run in the game before, and this ref gave them a hard time in their 8th grade basketball game 2 years ago. And now they're taking it out on this coach and taking it out on your son or daughter in this 4th grade basketball game. And you're wondering why. You know why? It's because this referee knows that your son is the best player on the team. We're going to try to foul him out because I'm mad and I don't like this coach. You know? So number 4, they just don't like the coach. And you don't even know it. It just happens. Number 5, a lot of these referees have never played the sport at a high level enough to call it the right way. You know, I remember when everyone started to do Eurosteps in basketball. Some of these refs thought every Eurostep was a travel, you know. And I would argue with them and talk to them. I even call timeouts at times like, hey, this kid is taking the dribble, taking 2 steps, but they're 2 long steps. This is not a travel. No, he's traveling. The steps are too long. He's dragging his back foot, you know. And now that a Eurostep is like common to basketball. You know, those same refs that I talked to about it, and I've been coaching these, and these refs have been a while around the same amount of time as I have, and They see the growth, and now they understand. I pull them to the side. Hey, man, you remember when we used to call Eurosteps traveling all the time? Now it's part of basketball, and they just laugh it off. It's just a part of it. But a lot of these refs, they've never played at a high level. They've never had any good moves. They never were good at the sport. They won't understand certain moves. They won't understand certain plays. They won't understand certain calls that they should or should not make. So if they never played at a high level, they're not going to understand it, right? I don't know what you guys do for a living, but let's say if you're a stockbroker, and I do little stocks online on my app on phone, and I invest in little stocks. I'm not going to understand high-level stockbroking. Like, it's just not. It's just not going to happen. I've never done it at a high level. I'm not going to understand it the way you do, right? Number 6. The point of emphasis. A lot of these referees, they alter the way they referee games because their higher-ups tell them that, hey, this is a point of emphasis. So let's say the point of emphasis for all the referees in the league is to stop hand checking. So normally hand checking, let's say your son the season before has got away with a bunch of hand checking on defense all the time. And he's the best defender in the league. And now the head referee, this overall referee, said, hey, our point of emphasis this season is to stop hand checking because it's messing up the game in youth sports in our league. So now this ref is obligated, especially if they're being monitored by the head guys of refereeing. They're obligated to call these fouls, or they're obligated to call hand checking, right? They have to call it, even though they may be against it. Why do they have to do it? Because they want to be able to continue to referee. Now, if my head guy says that, I'm a referee, my head guy says that hand checking is important, we're going to watch all of this stuff, and I'm not calling these hand checks, guess what's going to happen? I'm going to be worried about my job security as a referee. I'm going to be labeled as a bad referee because I didn't make the adjustments to call these hand checking calls, right? So that's just a small example, but you guys get what I'm talking about. All right, so those are the 6 things. Why the referee is bad. 1, he's not that knowledgeable, doesn't have any expertise. 2, they may just be having a bad day. They're human. 3, they have personal stuff going on that alters them and keeps their mind away from calling the game as well and as efficiently as they normally do. Number 4, they just don't like the coach that your kid plays for. And number 5, they've never played at a high level. And number 6, it could just be a point of emphasis with all the referees, all right? So I hope this helped you guys understand why referees are bad sometimes. I totally understand it. I'm always lighthearted about certain stuff. There's some referees that are bad and some are good. Some referees don't like me, and I try to avoid having them coach or referee games that I have. But sometimes you can't avoid it. It's just part of it. And it is what it is, man. Guys, if you have any questions, go ahead and send me a question. If you have any other suggestions of what I may want to talk about next, go ahead and put that suggestion down below. That's pretty much it, and I will see you guys later.